Hi there, and welcome to Busternet. My name is Rashidi, and I do shows about Football Manager. And here we are on my Kingstonian Diaries save, which is a Football Manager long-term save from with the team that is in the lower leagues of the English game. And the whole goal is it's a challenge. I want to try and get them promoted to the Premiership as quickly as possible. And this is actually one of the hardest challenges in the game because quite often you don't have the players. You don't really have. You have to adapt. Sometimes you got to change things on the fly if you want to have a really good season. And it's one of the hardest challenges because you need to be really good at tactics in a way because you're gonna have to make changes quite often because you it not like the Premiership side. You can't have 22 players in your squad who are good enough for every single position, which is what a lot of people do. They have a sub who is decent, or they have subs that can change the game. When you're a conference side, you don't have that kind of money, so you have to adapt and you need to be able to change systems on the fly, or sometimes you have to have system A, system B, and system C. But sometimes, and that only works if you know that those players are available. That's not always the case with conference, which makes this one of the more interesting challenges. My other career save is with Torino. They are in the Champions League. I also have other videos about the match engine or training and scouting and stuff like that. You know, how to get the best out of the game in terms of views. If you're keen, go and take a look at some of those other videos. They'll help you along the way. And, you know, if you have any questions, you can always ask me and drop me a note at Twitter at Busternet, and I'll do my best to respond to you. And I'm pretty sure a lot of you have had responses from me already. And keep those questions flying in. And if you like the show, subscribe, and it encourages me to put out more shows, honestly. And, you know, the more people let me know what they think of the show, the better I can get the show to be for all of you. Okay, so here we are, and let's do a quick update from the last show. I think in the last show was basically we defended our way into the first round of the FA Cup. Then we went back to Van Rama Conference South where we played title contenders Ebbsfleet. We drew against them 0-0. Then we played Gloucester, relegation candidates. We beat them 1-0. Then we had walking from conference in the FA Cup first round. We drew against them 1-1 at home. Now we're going to play against title contenders Gosport. I mean, they're one of the favorites for the title, but they're currently not in the top three positions. However, Gosport are a challenging team to play against because they are tough. They are a tough team. Most of these teams are tough, and I have a squad which has been playing reasonably well this whole season. Leading the goals has been Rory Williams, my winger on the left. He's got 10 goals and from 4 assists. The rest of the team pitches in with goals, and the rest have dried up. Earlier in the season, it was like Rory had 6, Emmett had 6, Jake Hampton had 5, Curtis McDonald had 2. Right now, Rory's, he's moving ahead. He's also the hardest working player in our team at 13.6 kilometers. He covers a lot of grounds per 90 minutes. So, and I'm amazed that he doesn't actually. He does quite well. Okay, I'm not going to say anything more. I don't want to jinx him. This was a fantastic performance from Kingstonian. We traveled away from home, and we held and held and held. They had 25 shots on goal. 6 of them were on target. We managed to keep possession of the ball 54%. We were very defensive, and we managed to actually score what turned out to be quite an interesting goal. Michael Holdingsworth scoring early in the 4th minute of the game, and that was it. From that moment on, we were in full defend mode. It came off one of those weird things that happens on a corner. Holdingsworth passing to Williams, Grant Sabat back in unmarked and scores from an impossible angle. That moment, then I was like, holy! I was like, I can't believe it. And then we went on this crazy performance of holding them back. So what happened was Walking started generating shots. They had 2 shots that hit the target. Okay, there were 7 shots that were saved by our keeper. One of them, a lot of them came from corners. Goddard's corner, Andre Wood. This is one of those crazy ones. Elvis played brilliantly on this day. So and then most of the other ones that were on target were from range. So Andre pulls it back, goes out to Goddard. That was one of the other shots that he had, which was reasonably okay. But then we had this whole set of block shots that came in. Okay, so the first one, there's Colby took a shot on goal, and this ended up being blocked. Our defenders did a pretty good job throwing themselves into tackles. And then we had and you can see all these are like, narrow angle shots. Bishop again, Adebayo rolling, here Kaba, and defenders again blocking him against one more time. It was a purely defensive display, and I was thoroughly impressed with it. Another one here. Okay, this would have been a goal, and I thought we were done for. Blocked again. This is what I was so impressed with. And they had so many chances, and they missed the target many times. This A lot of their chances were from range because they just can't get in near into the box. And the one time that they did, Kobe's shot here, he was the main threat. They managed to work the ball in, Birch out wide to Arthur, and then Bishop misses when it was easier to score. So I'm pretty happy. This was a great performance from us. Defensively, in terms of stats, don't expect anything when you go out there to defend. So we only had one shot on target, one clear cut chance. That's it. They had one clear cut chance from 25 shots. So I don't really care how many shots you get on target. Just make sure those that you have are good ones. And we had really good ones. We had none completed crosses. We had nothing coming from crosses. We were cut out the whole match. So I'm pretty stoked about us going through to the next round. After that 1-0 win to Woking in the FA Cup, things fell apart for us. We lost 3 games out of 4. 2 of them were in the conference against Hemel Hempstead and title contenders Dartford. And then we had a big tough game against Sheffield United in the FA Cup at home. We lost that to them 2-0. Lately now I've started to have to think about creating a more solid tactic, which is that I can use at home in the conference championships, because at the moment our away record isn't that great, and if I want to get promoted without any hassle this season, I have to turn in a lot better performances, and that's my goal right now, to improve our away performance. Our home performance has been okay, but our away performance has been a bit disappointing. So if I look at a combined record, home and away, our home performances, we've won 5, drawn 3, and lost only 1. Our away performance has been, we've won 5, drawn 3, and lost 2. So out of 10 games, we've only won 5. So what I want to do now is work on this a lot more. So one of the things I've done is I've gone and created a 4-1-2-3. And the whole idea for this 4-1-2-3 is to play narrow, control fluid away from home. Have these 2 guys largely be attacking. It's really a variation of my 4-1-4-1 system, which was so defensively solid in the FA Cup. I tried this out against Sheffield United. We lost the game 2-0, but we still played quite well. They only had like 3 or 4 shots on target and still scored 2 and beat us. So the system does seem to suggest it might work, and I'm going to use this for my away matches, and I'll see how it goes. I think it should work, and hopefully we start putting in some more results. How it shapes up is essentially I've got these 2 guys on attack. It's going to be a fluid system, so I'm hoping that the gap isn't too big for these 2 guys. I don't want the moment I see Kanye being pulled out, then I'm going to start adjusting. And I'm also paying attention to Stockford and Hollingsworth. I need them to be able to go to the sides and to support Kanye when he needs it. So that's what I'll be looking for in terms of the tactic. So our first run at the tactic will be away to Cheltenham in the FA Trophy. Cheltenham are another one from our conference side, so it'll be a good test for us in this match. We are going to be away from home, so what I like about this system is I can change it. So I'm going to drop this down the counter for the match against them, and we will have Williams, Gomez, Pico, O'Connor. I'm letting the ass man decide who should be playing. Okay, so they're playing a 4-2-3, so I can expect these 4 guys to put a lot of pressure on these guys. So come on, let's show what you can do to break this bad run. Okay, Gomez, Pico to Doyle, Rory Williams. Okay, first thing I noticed is that tackle happened pretty high up the pitch. We'll be looking to see whether Rory Williams is able to get away. Stockford to Williams. Williams cuts inside. Finds Stockford. Stockford to Doyle. Doyle back to Kanye. Stockford, Doyle. Hollingsworth. Stockford, Gomez, Pico. Out to O'Connor. O'Connor has support coming on the flanks. Stockford, Williams, Gomez, Pico. Hollingsworth scores. What a beautiful opening goal. Williams, Gomez, Pico, Hollingsworth. Oh, is giving my midfielders a bit more space in midfield, but still early. There's no. I have to watch the transitions. Gomez, Pico is through. Oh, that's the thing about playing a solo man up front. With a throw. Johnson in the box. Radomski blocks the danger. O'Connor has the ball. Taylor. Hollingsworth supported well by a whole bunch of players. West Pico, Stockford. Oh, hit the crossbar. Radomski with the corner. Stockford. Okay, we should have scored our second and our third goal by now. Okay. Radomski again with the corner. We couldn't get Gomez. Pico was just too slow. Okay, now I have to see how well we defend. Harry Taylor did very well to break that counter attack up. Taylor with the throw. O'Connor. Johnson. Now I have to see the shape. Okay, two. This is like Jinjin Presson. Okay. In the box bar. That's too easy. Wisp Putnin saw that a mile away. Question here, in this kind of system, I might even want to have my goalkeeper kick up the ball. I'll try that in the start of the second half. Okay, so not too bad. Now let's see how a slow defender does. I'll bring on Alan Ince. Okay, so let me just look at our tactic overview. How have I set this tactic up? Okay, Kanye has been told to pass it shorter and stay wider. These are the these are the ones I added in so that we keep possession of the ball. Central defenders all defaulted. Putnins is not doing anything different, except now I'm telling you to punt over the opposition defense. Radomski has been told to play more direct passes. If I find that this is a liability, I will take it off. Stockford has been told to close down more. If he's look at his close down, if it's default, there'll be sometimes I want him to close down more. I want to see what he does. I want to see how well he supports the flanks. So far, it looks pretty good. Hollingsworth as well. I want him to match the instructions for Stockford. So they're both doing about the same thing. He's also been told to pass it shorter in few risky passes. Up front, O'Connor is to be told to mark tighter, more direct passes and close down much more, which is aside from his other instructions. Here, inside forward, Williams, same thing, but he's been told to sit narrower, giving Kanye a bit more space to roam down the flanks if we need him to do it. This way, Williams is closer to Stockford as well when we don't do transitions. Up front, Gomez, Pico, same thing. My upper third press is there. Okay, now it's important for me to keep an eye out on their system as well. Alright, here is what I want to see. Ginelli, what I wanted to see is how well we cover the flanks, because as you know, in this game right now, it's fairly easy for crosses to come in, and even though sometimes you can't prevent the cross from coming in, sometimes you can, but what you want to make sure is that your players are on targets who are in the box for the crosses. Cheltenham, second half. Okay, most of the shots are all from outside the box. They've only had one from inside the box, which has been blocked, and yeah, you can see all their shots are well outside the box. Pitch. Good defending from our team. Corner. Hollingsworth clears it to Stockford. Yes, it's all over. We have won this game. Again, we have knocked out another team that's supposed to beat us. If only we can turn this kind of a waveform and repeat this kind of a waveform at home in the conference. I'm playing against Truro, who are bottom of the table, so we're going to go control. And okay, I think I need to create variations of the system. Okay, so in this system, which will be the attacking version, I will I won't leave. I'll go direct passing and play a bit wider with a higher tempo. Start the match. Radomski with the ball. Plays it to Wood. Wood to Hollingsworth. Stockford. Back down to Gomez. Pico. Rice. Goal kick. Doyle. Stockford to Hollingsworth. Back to Stockford. Stockford tries to release friend O'Connor. Roche to Owens. Roche again. Hill. You can see Doyle is actually very close to supporting Kanye. Stockford finds Gomez Pico. Gomez Pico cannot get Emmett O'Connor free. Radomski to Hollingsworth. Hollingsworth to Pico. O'Connor's in the box, shoots. Keeper saves it quite well. Corner. Kanye. Taylor will put this back inside the box. Pico. Kanye gets to the ball, gives it to Radomski. Radomski shoots the ball. It's well and wide. Okay, free kick to Truro. Woods clears it. Taylor, they have a chance to launch a quick counter. O'Connor to Stockford. Stockford will be able to score. Yes, what a goal. What a goal from Stockford. The boys turned the defending into a rapid attack. Stockford into the box and score. Okay, alright, so great, yeah, but still, I am on an attacking setup, right? So we've got a control right now. Roche, Hill, two players on him. Yes, the pressure is good. Williams, but the way we clear the ball isn't. Radomski, Hollingsworth to Gomez, Pico out to O'Connor. O'Connor cuts inside. He can't do anything with the ball. He still looks at somebody. Stockford. Back to Gomez, Pico. Gomez, Pico to O'Connor. O'Connor shoots. We get a corner. Okay, and yeah. To Hollingsworth. Woods. Oh, good attempt. Still room for improvement, boys. Okay, the boys are being quite tight on their targets. Good defending from Taylor. Oh, but he could not do anything with the ball after he won the tackle. Okay, Wood to McDonald. Williams. Balls out. Oh. Ooh. They were close to going in for another goal. Roche. Okay. Crosses. The far post to Lewis, who's Neil. They should have scored that one. Oh, he loses the ball. Gets to Sims. Can Sims do anything with it? Nah. A great chance now to test the system out. We've got a crazy set of matches to come. Hayes and Yeading away. Maidstone away. Wheelston and Bishop Stortford. That's a heck of a lot of games in a short period of time. So I have to return to something that is akin to my favorite system I can see and know, and I can see transitions quickly from. And I'll stick to the 4-4-2 that I prefer. Only danger with this 4-4-2 is it's really attacking. So we'll have to be very quick. So let's start the match and see how this goes. Okay, Hollingsworth has the ball, passes it to Babos. We've lined up in a 4-4-2. They've lined up in a 4-1-2. This is a dangerous system because of these two guys on the flanks. Teamwork should be high. They should be coming back to support. O'Connor with the throw or Greenhall. Wood defends well. Sheriff needs to get to that ball. Hollingsworth, Rory Williams, Kanye. Back to Sheriff. Radomski out to O'Connor. Back heels it to Taylor. Taylor for Radomski. Hollingsworth. Taylor again. Crosses it. And, ooh, they almost got on to the end of that. Playing balance, that's okay. Good series of movements from the team. Sheriff. Hollingsworth. Oh, couldn't get the ball over to one of the strikers. Williams finds Greenhall. Greenhall's cross is blocked. Good defending. Three ready for the counter. Three not being marked properly. Hollingsworth, okay, Kanye launched the counter. Goes to a commercial break. Kanye with the free kick into the box. O'Connor, can we actually turn our string of poor performances around? Because we do want to win the title without having to go to a playoffs. Rory was in the box. Oh, couldn't get a shot off. Blocked really well. Stevens now goes out. Again, Taylor does well. Radomski. Oh, no, 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 no. Hui. Can the boys come back? Oh, Barbos does brilliantly to break up the play, allowing our team to come back and regain shape. Rice, Sheriff, Gray with the ball. Shape looks good. Here I'm looking at this guy, Rory Williams, supporting our defenders. O'Connor there, coming back to support. Barbos to O'Connor. O'Connor to Taylor. Taylor back to O'Connor. O'Connor plays it to Taylor. Taylor first time the cross. There's another corner. Good play. To Hollingsworth, and Gomez Pico is off. Checks it to Rory. Rory passes it to Hollingsworth. Hollingsworth to Radomski. Out to Harry Taylor. Finds O'Connor. Oh, yes. Babo scores. Kingstonians take the lead against Hayes and Yeding just before the end of the first half. I've gone to my favorite 4-4-2 system. I could have tried the 4-1-2-3 or the other systems, but when in doubt, I always fall back to the 4-4-2 first because it's the easiest one to handle against most systems. Alright, calm. Things are going well. I know they're capable of doing a lot better. Okay, start of the second half. Mavliva, Mambo, they're a lot more spread out now. To Radomski, Harry Taylor is already out running, crosses it. Rory Williams scores. The man has been having a quiet game but scores at the onset of the second half. Harry Taylor and Williams are back in partnership. Good. I have to give Taylor a few games break as well. He's been playing for the better part of the whole season. Greenhall, surrounded by players. Mavlia tries to cross. The boys come back to block Greenhall. They managed to get a goal with their very first shot on goal. That's annoying. That's so bloody annoying. I don't want to watch this replay. There's like less than 2 minutes left. They've had okay, suddenly now they have 2 shots on goal. And on the end of that, Sessinion, Sheriff, yes, the referee blows. That's the end of the match. We have beaten. That was a good win. Calm. Well done, lads. Well done. 2-1 win. Kingstonians stay at the summit at the halfway point of the season. So we're halfway through the season. And we have managed to, we haven't won 3 games in a row in a heck of a long time. So the last time we won 3 games in a row was way back in August when the league first started, and we were still like a team that is a bit of a new team in the league. Now that people know who we are, well, things are a bit different. We managed to turn our performances around. We lost We've already lost 3 games in the league, so I didn't want to lose anymore. And we've already won 2 on the trot in the league, and more importantly, I won an away game after a long time. Okay, so I won one in the FA Trophy, but still, I need to win against the good sides. What's going to be more interesting is the next few matches that I have. I'm playing Maidstone next, and Maidstone are a title contender as well. If we look at the Wanrama Conference South, the gap isn't very far now. Kingstonian are leading the table by 2 points. We got Dartford, Maidstone, Bishop Stortford, and Brackley. And and we have big matches coming up. We're playing Maidstone and Bishop Stortford. Both these two can be a banana skin game, and we could easily come undone against them. But if we manage to beat them, and if we manage to improve our away performances, then we have a chance. We've quite a few away matches left in the league, especially this rather tricky run where we have three away matches. Western Supermart, Brackley, and Maidenhead, three away games in a stretch. And if we can't improve our away performances, we will have issues. So what I've done so far is to look at my tactics, and well, I made some changes. I have gotten these guys to mark a bit tighter and close down a bit more. So hopefully that helps in tightening up the system. The other thing I did was I turned this guy into attack. The danger of doing this is I might find that he runs off too much and Radomski has a lot to do. So I have to keep an eye out on this combination, which is the reason why he's closing down a lot more. In for I also like the system right now that I'm using. The only difference here is that I will also get this guy to mark tighter as well. These two guys are marked tighter, so ideally they will keep the fullbacks checked, and if that works, then good. But so far, this is the my preference is still to use my 4-4-2, because it with two strikers I get more options in attack. So I will keep that in mind, and also I've made some small adjustments here and there to the system. I hope that this helps, in some way or another. I typically don't lose a lot of games, but when I do, it's a lot of fun for me because I gotta turn things around quickly. Or else, if you don't turn things around quickly, you end up going on a run where it's really hard to get out of because you start questioning yourself. It's not your team, it's more like the person who's there using the mouse. Is he feeling confident? Chances are you're not going to feel confident if you start losing a lot. So the most important thing is to go to a system you trust, and if in this case you know a football system, then go with it. That's what I've done. I know the 4-4-2, and I've gone with the 4-4-2. I'm not playing more of my exotic systems like the 4-3-1-2 or the 4-3-3. I might want to, but I'm more comfortable with playing something that has covers the pitch a bit more in conference. So here we are. I've got a few more games. I hope you join me for the next show. In the next show, what I'll try and do is I will look at spaces, and see if you wanted to make a tactic, what would you need to look out for. So I'll try that. To tighten this one up, I had to make certain changes. I hope you find that those changes are useful, and you may want to make them in your own game. If you have any questions, you know where to find me. You can always drop me a note at Twitter at PastaNet, or you can drop me a comment at addicted2fm.com, my website. If you don't hear from me in a couple of days, it's probably because I'm on an overseas trip. And when I come back, who knows? They could have won the title, because the whole reason I started this game was so that I could carry this game with me everywhere I go. So I hope to hear from you guys again soon. Please stay in touch. I'll catch you guys again soon. Bye bye.